Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will talk about loops in JavaScript. While writing a program, you may encounter a situation where you need to perform an action over and over again. In such a situation, you would need to write loop statements to reduce the lines of code. The most basic loop in JavaScript is while loop. You use while keyword and then you define condition inside these parentheses, and then you specify a block of code inside these curly braces. The purpose of while loop is to execute a statement or a block of code repeatedly as long as the condition defined in these parentheses is true, and once the condition defined in these parentheses becomes false, the while loop is terminated. Let me give you an example. I will declare a variable x with value of 1, and now I will define a condition inside these parentheses, and the condition is execute a statement or a block of code until the value of x is less than or equal to 5. And I will write the block of code or a statement, and let me simply display the value of x. I will use the document.write method. I will display the value of x, and I will also add a line break. So this statement will be repeatedly executed as long as this condition is true, and once this condition is false, the while loop will be terminated. So you have to also make sure the termination of while loop, and in this case I will increment the value of x with 1 by using the increment operator. If you do not perform this action, if you do not make sure the termination of while loop, it will crash the browser. I will save this script. I will show you the result inside the browser. I'll refresh the page. Now you can see the value of x is displayed repeatedly 5 times, and after that the while loop is terminated. So this way you write the while loop, and now I will move towards the next loop, which is do while loop. Do while loop. You use the do keyword and then you specify the block of code inside these curly braces, and then you write while keyword and you define condition inside these parentheses, and then you add semicolon at the end of do while loop. The do while loop is almost similar to the while loop, except that in case of do while loop the condition check happens at the end of the loop. So this means the line of code or the block of statement will be executed at least once, even if the condition is false. I will give you an example of this. I will declare a variable y with value of 1. I will display the value of y inside the block of code, document.write y plus line break, and then I will increment the value of y with 1 using the increment operator. It will make sure that it will not create an infinite loop, and then I will define a condition, and the condition is to repeat the loop or to repeat the execution of the statement until the value of y is less than or equal to 5. I'll save this script and I will show you the result inside the browser. So you can see this is the result of do while loop. Let me create a space between the result of while loop and do while loop. I will write a statement, document.write while loop with a line break. I will copy this, and here I will say this is do while loop. I will save the script again and I will refresh. So you can clearly see this is the result of y or do while loop. You can see the value of y is repeatedly displayed using the do while loop. Now let me change the value of y from 1 to the 6. So in this case this condition becomes false, but the do while loop will be executed at least once. I will save this script. I will refresh. So you can see it just displayed the value of y only once, and after that the condition becomes false and the while loop is terminated. So this is the difference between the do while loop and the while loop. Now I will discuss the for loop. Let me create some space so you can see things clearly. For loop. The for loop is the most commonly used loop and the most compact form of looping. You use for keyword and then you initialize the variable. I will initialize a variable z with value of 1, and then you define the condition, and the condition is x is less than or equal to 5, and then the iteration part, and then you specify block of code inside these curly braces. The initialization part is executed before the loop starts. This second statement defines the condition for running the loop, and this third statement is executed after the loop or the block of code is executed. Let me just simply display the value of z. I will save this script and I will show you the result inside the browser. I will refresh. So this is the result of for loop. So this way you write loop, and now you have got idea about the while loop, the do while loop and the for loop. There is one another loop which is for in loop, which is not part of this video.